B vitamins work together to keep you healthy. We are going to talk about mainly the benefits for metabolic syndrome. Metabolic syndrome is a cluster of risk factors increasing the risk of heart disease, stroke, and type 2 diabetes. There are 8 B vitamins, and they all work together to keep you healthy. Here's a list of all 8, along with a brief overview of what each one does. It may be better to consult your healthcare provider and check whether there are vitamin deficiencies. But most of the over-the-counter multivitamin supplements from reputable sources may be doing no harm, as they mostly contain small amounts of each vitamin. Mostly they contain less than 50% of the recommended daily intake, or RDI. They are better to get from food sources. But as you age, the absorption from foods may not be that good. Addressing the underlying causes of the condition through lifestyle changes, such as a healthy diet and regular exercise, remains essential for managing most of the conditions. Thiamine, or B1, helps convert food into energy, supports nervous system function, and is important for heart health. Thiamine, also known as vitamin B1, shows promising potential benefits for individuals with metabolic syndrome, a cluster of risk factors that increase the chance of developing heart disease, stroke, and type 2 diabetes. B1 improves glucose and lipid metabolism. Thiamine plays a crucial role in energy production and carbohydrate metabolism. Studies suggest that supplementation can improve glucose metabolism and insulin sensitivity, leading to better blood sugar control in individuals with metabolic syndrome. Thiamine deficiency is also linked to impaired fatty acid metabolism, contributing to fat accumulation and high cholesterol levels. Supplementation may help improve lipid profiles by reducing triglycerides and increasing HDL, or good cholesterol. Thiamine possesses antioxidant properties that can combat oxidative stress and inflammation, both major contributors to the development of metabolic syndrome. Supplementation may help reduce inflammation in the body, improving overall health. Potential benefits in specific aspects of metabolic syndrome. Obesity. Studies in animal models suggest that thiamine can contribute to weight management and prevent obesity development by regulating energy metabolism and reducing fat accumulation. Hypertension. While the evidence is limited, some studies indicate that thiamine might have a role in lowering blood pressure, potentially benefiting individuals with metabolic syndrome who also have high blood pressure. Riboflavin, or B2, helps release energy from food, supports healthy skin and eyes, and is important for cell growth and function. B2 plays a crucial role in energy production and cellular function. Studies suggest that adequate B2 intake or supplementation can improve insulin sensitivity and glucose metabolism, leading to better blood sugar control. This is particularly important for individuals with metabolic syndrome who are at risk for type 2 diabetes. B2 possesses potent antioxidant properties that can combat oxidative stress and inflammation, both key contributors to the development and progression of metabolic syndrome. By reducing inflammation, B2 may help improve overall cardiovascular health and protect against other chronic diseases associated with metabolic syndrome. Potential benefits in specific aspects of metabolic syndrome. B2 deficiency has been linked to an increased risk of obesity. Studies suggest that adequate B2 intake or supplementation may help regulate appetite, promote fat burning, and contribute to weight management. Niacin, or B3, helps convert food into energy, lowers cholesterol levels, and is important for healthy skin and digestion. Vitamin B3, also known as niacin, has been studied for its potential benefits in managing metabolic syndrome, a cluster of risk factors that increase the chance of developing heart disease, stroke, and type 2 diabetes. Here's a breakdown of the potential advantages and points to consider. Improved lipid profile. Niacin, particularly in its prescription form, nicotinic acid, has been shown to significantly raise HDL, good, cholesterol, and lower LDL, or bad, cholesterol and triglycerides. This can improve overall cardiovascular health in individuals with metabolic syndrome. Enhanced insulin sensitivity. Studies suggest that niacin can improve insulin sensitivity, making it easier for the body to utilize glucose and potentially reducing blood sugar levels. This benefit could be particularly helpful for individuals with metabolic syndrome who are at risk for or have type 2 diabetes. Anti-inflammatory properties. Niacin possesses anti-inflammatory properties that may help reduce chronic inflammation associated with metabolic syndrome, potentially improving overall health and reducing the risk of complications. Dosage and form. If you are going to take a prescription dosage of niacin for managing metabolic syndrome, requires careful monitoring by a doctor due to potential side effects, such as flushing, skin rash, and nausea. Niacinamide, another form of B3, generally has milder side effects but may have a less pronounced effect on cholesterol levels. Individualized approach. The effectiveness and suitability of B3 for managing metabolic syndrome can vary depending on individual factors like existing health conditions and medications. Consulting a doctor for personalized advice is crucial before taking any form of niacin supplementation. Aren't we lucky, we don't have vitamin B4 to worry about? Pantothenic acid or B5 helps make red blood cells, supports hormone production, and is important for healthy skin and hair. Some studies suggest that B5 derivatives like pantethine may help lower triglycerides and LDL or bad cholesterol while raising HDL or good cholesterol in individuals with metabolic syndrome. This could improve overall cardiovascular health. Enhanced glucose metabolism. B5 plays a role in energy production and carbohydrate metabolism. Studies indicate that B5 supplementation might improve insulin sensitivity and glucose utilization, potentially benefiting blood sugar control in individuals with metabolic syndrome who are at risk for or already have type 2 diabetes. Pyridoxine or B6 helps the body use amino acids, supports brain function, and is important for red blood cell production. Improved glucose metabolism. B6 plays a role in amino acid and carbohydrate metabolism, potentially influencing insulin sensitivity and blood sugar control. Some studies suggest that B6 supplementation might improve glucose utilization in individuals with prediabetes or type 2 diabetes, potentially reducing their risk of complications. Enhanced homocysteine metabolism. High homocysteine levels are associated with an increased risk of cardiovascular disease, a major concern for individuals with metabolic syndrome. B6, along with folic acid and vitamin B12, plays a crucial role in homocysteine metabolism, and supplementation might help lower homocysteine levels, potentially reducing the risk of cardiovascular complications. Anti-inflammatory properties. B6 possesses anti-inflammatory properties that may benefit individuals with metabolic syndrome, as chronic inflammation is a key contributor to the development and progression of the condition. Reducing inflammation could potentially improve overall health and reduce the risk of complications. Biotin or B7 helps convert food into energy, supports healthy skin and hair, and is important for nerve function. The potential benefits of B7, also known as biotin, for metabolic syndrome are a topic of ongoing research with emerging but mixed results. Here's a breakdown of what we know so far. Improved insulin sensitivity and glucose metabolism. Biotin plays a role in carbohydrate metabolism and may influence insulin sensitivity. Some studies suggest that biotin supplementation might improve glucose utilization and reduce blood sugar levels in individuals with prediabetes or type 2 diabetes, potentially reducing their risk of complications. Reduced enzyme activity for glucose production. Biotin can decrease the activity of enzymes that stimulate glucose production in the liver, potentially leading to lower blood sugar levels. This could be beneficial for individuals with metabolic syndrome who struggle with blood sugar control. Enhanced fatty acid metabolism. Biotin may play a role in fatty acid metabolism, potentially influencing lipid profiles. Some studies suggest that biotin supplementation might improve cholesterol levels, although more research is needed to confirm this. Antioxidant and anti-inflammatory properties. Biotin possesses antioxidant and anti-inflammatory properties that may benefit individuals with metabolic syndrome, as chronic inflammation is a key contributor to the condition. These properties could help protect against complications like cardiovascular disease. Folate or B9 helps make new cells, is very important in pregnancy and fetal development, and is important for red blood cell production. Folate deficiency causes anemia. Vitamin B9, also known as folate or folic acid, has emerged as a promising player in the management of metabolic syndrome, a cluster of risk factors increasing the risk of heart disease, stroke, and type 2 diabetes. Here's a look at the potential benefits of B9 for this condition. Improved insulin sensitivity and glucose metabolism. B9 plays a crucial role in DNA methylation and cell division, processes that influence insulin sensitivity and glucose utilization. Studies suggest that adequate B9 intake or supplementation might improve insulin sensitivity and blood sugar control, potentially benefiting individuals with metabolic syndrome who are at risk for type 2 diabetes. Reduced homocysteine levels. Elevated homocysteine levels are a risk factor for cardiovascular disease and are often seen in individuals with metabolic syndrome. B9, along with vitamin B6 and B12, plays a key role in homocysteine metabolism, and supplementation has been shown to lower homocysteine levels, potentially reducing the risk of cardiovascular complications. Epigenetic regulation. B9 is involved in epigenetic regulation, which controls gene expression without altering the DNA sequence. Studies suggest that B9 deficiency might contribute to the development of metabolic syndrome by altering gene expression patterns. Adequate B9 intake or supplementation might help regulate gene expression and prevent the development or progression of metabolic syndrome. Vitamin B12 helps the body use folic acid, supports nerve function, and is important for DNA synthesis. Vitamin B12 is also known as cobalamin. B12 is essential for homocysteine metabolism, and high homocysteine levels are associated with insulin resistance and type 2 diabetes. B12 supplementation can lower homocysteine levels, potentially improving insulin sensitivity and blood sugar control. B12 plays a role in energy production and carbohydrate metabolism. Studies suggest that adequate B12 intake or supplementation can improve glucose utilization and reduce blood sugar levels, potentially benefiting individuals with metabolic syndrome who are at risk for or have type 2 diabetes. People taking the popular drug or medication metformin may have a deficiency in vitamin B12. You need to talk to your healthcare provider and take the necessary step to supplement it. B vitamins are found in a variety of foods, including meat, poultry, fish, eggs, dairy products, beans, nuts, seeds, and leafy green vegetables. Do not forget to click the like button. Thanks very much for watching this video. Up above you see 2 videos related to health. It will be more helpful to you and your family. See you in the next video.